You can find a million more ways on YouTube to make more money, to have another side hustle. You can find a million more strategies for marketing, sales, social media, product. But if you don't have the simple principles, simple quote unquote, principles that we're gonna talk about in this video, it's really all for nothing anyways. Now, one thing that I've really realized over time through reading books about successful people, watching videos, podcasts about successful people, and really meeting these people is they don't have more time than me or you, but they seem to just get so much more done and be so much more efficient with their time, which allows them to be successful. And the reason why they are able to do that is because they use one or both of these principles that we're gonna talk about in this video. Now, the two principles we're gonna talk about may sound kind of boring on the surface, but if you bear with me, you guys will understand, and that is focus and energy management. They do a really good job at either one or both of these, and this is what allows them to get more out of their time, to be more productive, and in the end, to be successful and make more money. So we'll start off with energy management. Now, again, it sounds kind of boring, but even if you have all the great strategies, you have all the different side hustles, if you don't have energy, you're just simply not gonna be able to work for long periods of time or be able to focus for long periods of time, which is going to help you guys get more done. So really successful people do a really good job managing and maximizing their energy. Now, there's three different pillars, main pillars that we'll talk about to this. Number one is diet. Now, it sounds like it doesn't really matter, but what you guys eat on a daily basis, what times you eat, all have a direct correlation to the energy that you guys have throughout your day. Now, this is something that I really try to pay attention to. I intermittent fast till about 11. That gives me a lot of energy and focus in the morning. And then I try to eat something light midday because I know if I eat something too heavy, I'm gonna be lethargic after that. So I really just try to pay attention to what I eat, when I eat, and try to eat the best quality foods possible so that I can have the most sustained energy throughout the day. Now, you can say all you want that, oh, what I eat doesn't matter. I can eat McDonald's every day and still have perfect energy. That's just simply false. What you eat has a direct correlation to how your brain functions and how your body functions. So if you want to get the most out of your energy, you need to pay attention to your diet. Now, what I might eat might be a little different than what you might eat and what makes you feel best. So obviously it's a little bit personal, but best you can be aware of what you're eating, when you're eating, and all these different things, because it has a correlation to your energy levels. Number two is sleep. And if you listen to a lot of entrepreneurs, they like to brag about how they don't get a lot of sleep. But if you actually pay attention to the really successful ones, yes, they went through periods of time where they didn't get as much sleep, but the higher levels you get to, the more important your decisions make. It's super important that you guys get quality and enough quantity of sleep. Now, that does not mean that you guys have to get up super early, 5 a.m. every single day. Everyone's gonna be a little bit different. Everyone has different circadian rhythms. So for you, you might be a morning person and you might get up at 5, 6 in the morning. Cool. Or you might be a night owl, so you like to stay up late and work late. That's perfectly fine, so you can get up later in the day. But it's super important that you try to get around 7 to 8 hours of sleep. Some people can function off 5, 6. Optimally, that's very rare. So if you're not one of those people, you're going to need to get your 7 to 8 and get quality sleep. So in the book Atomic Habits, he talks about getting 1% incremental wins in a bunch of different areas. So you can kind of take that same philosophy to this. Alex Hormozi actually just posted a video on sleep. I've posted a video on sleep and the importance of it. But if you can find ways to just increase and improve your sleep in subtle different ways, going to bed at the same time, having a good nighttime routine, minimizing screen time, making sure your room is dark, making sure your room is at the right temperature. All of these different things can add up to get you better quality and quantity of sleep, which is going to translate over to your energy throughout the day. So again, this is something that you need to pay attention to, and it can be personalized to you depending on if you like to get up early or late. And you can think that, oh, I'm just gonna grind and I'll sleep when I die type thing. If you're not sleeping, you're just simply not maximizing your energy. Even though you think you are, mentally you are not performing at your best. Number 3 is exercising. Now, I'm sure you guys are gonna say, oh, well, there's plenty of rich people and successful people that are not in shape. Yes, there are exceptions, obviously, but for the most part, a lot of successful people exercise on a daily basis. Again, this is gonna translate to your daily energy levels. If you guys don't exercise, you're gonna feel lethargic, you're gonna be unhealthy, and over the long haul, right, maybe you're good for 10 years, but then when you get to 40, 50, 60 years old, because you're unhealthy, it's going to catch up to you, and you're not gonna be able to have as long and successful career as you guys might want. So exercising daily is just gonna give you guys more energy, you're gonna be healthier, again, which is going to translate over into your work. The more energy that you guys have, the more energy you can put towards your work. And these 3 things, diet, sleep, and exercise, all have a direct correlation to your energy levels, again, which carries over to you making more money and being more successful. So you need to pay attention to these, do the best you can at all of these if you possibly can. But with that said, let's go on to focus management. So point number one is really just being self-aware. What time of day do you do your best work, right? Like I was talking about, everyone has slightly different circadian rhythms. Some people are great in the morning, some people are great at night. So you don't need to fall into the trap that, oh, I need to get up early and just work really hard in the morning. Maybe you have a great focus period between 7 a.m. to noon, right? So that's your time of day to really get your best focus work done. Or maybe you're a night owl, so you just push it to the evening time, right? Know yourself enough to realize, when do I have my best work? What type of things do I need to do in what order to be at my best focus wise? So maybe that's the morning, maybe that's at night, maybe that's after you work out, maybe it's before you work out. Everybody's gonna be a little different, but you have to be self-aware enough to know when you do your best work and then schedule that most important work during that time frame. Number two is doing one thing long enough, right? With all these side hustles that you see in all these different careers, you want to jump from career to career and do all these different things. But what you see from really successful people is they did one thing really well over a long enough time horizon. So you do one thing for 1 year, it doesn't work, go to the next. That doesn't work, you go to the next, right? You're not giving it enough time, right? Everything compounds, so it's gonna take some time. I wasn't a high level trainer in the first, second, third, fourth year really. And then the fourth year, that's when I really saw the success that I put in through those last 4 years. So it really does take time for you to see the success and bear the fruits of your labor from the work that you've put in the past. So don't jump from one thing to another. Stay on one course, as long as it's the right course, for a long enough period of time, and focus on just that one thing. Don't try to do a million different things, because again, you're not gonna really get anywhere. There's a really good book that I believe I've talked about in another YouTube video called The One Thing. This is a really good book that you guys should really look into on this topic. Highly suggested. Number three is minimizing your distractions when you're actually doing the work. So putting your phone away, not looking at emails, making sure you're in a room where there's not a million different things going on, there's a lot of noises, right? All of these different things come into effect. So again, finding little 1% increments that you guys can make in each of these areas to make sure you're getting the most out of it. So what can you do to make your workspace more effective and give you a 1% increase in a bunch of different areas? So can you do something with your computer so you can't go and look at other websites? Can you have certain music playing that allows you to focus better? Can you put your phone over there, put your phone on airplane mode, or put your computer on do not disturb, right? Find as many of these different areas that you guys can improve to maximize your focus and minimize your distractions when you're working, right? Focus is all about minimizing as opposed to doing more, right? It's always about doing less as opposed to doing more. So what can you do less of to make sure that you're focusing all your time, attention, and energy on the things that matter? These are the 6 major things that I would focus on in your life. See where you're at with all of these. If you don't maximize at least one of these areas, either energy or focus, you're gonna have a really tough time maximizing your results in business, sports, whatever it may be. Really successful people, again, do these types of things. And these are the things that you guys should focus on as well, no matter what it is that you guys are trying to do. So hope this video helped you guys. I hope you guys got some value from it. If you did, drop a like, drop a comment, would really appreciate it. With that said, we'll see you in another video soon. Peace.